In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an AI movie like this. The funny part is, I'll give you some cheat codes to make your video look cinematic using a simple camera movement trick.
The world was a shadow of its former self, broken, desolate, and silent. Jack crouched behind a rusted sedan, his hazel eyes fixed on the approaching figures, his grip tightened around the crowbar in his hand, the faint scar above his brow, a reminder of countless close calls. The street stretched before him, filled with abandoned vehicles and debris. From the shadows of an alley, Mia motioned urgently. "Jack," she whispered, her piercing green eyes scanning the path. She was petite, but strong, her dark hair tied back, and her black jacket scuffed for the journey. Closing in, Jack and Mia stood back to back in the middle of the ruins, their weapons ready. Jack's rugged features...
Alright, the first thing I want you to know is that you need to get a story idea for your video because it's the basic foundation. You can see that I have my storyboard or story idea starting from the title, as shown here. What follows is a prompt, the story. The first cheat code is the camera movement. The camera movements will determine how engaging your story is going to be. You can see that the first camera movement is a low-angle shot. Based on the prompt of my video, this is the second scene. This is also the prompt for the video followed by the camera movement, which is a medium shot. I have a video on the 7 best camera movement shots. I'll leave the link in the description below. Check it out and use it in your upcoming videos. You need to make sure you have a story idea to start generating all your videos. I've got about 15 scenes, but it depends on the title or length of the video you're working on. If you want a story idea like this, let me show you how I did mine using our friend who saved the world, Mr. GPT. If you're a creator like me, let's support each other by hitting the subscribe and like button. Don't expect your video to look awesome unless you get an engaging video idea that will glue your audience to the screen. First, ask Mr. GPT for engaging story ideas. As you can see, it gave me the perfect title and didn't stop there. It even sponsored me with characters for the story, making my job way easier. Mr. GPT also provided the scenes for the video, making it super simple. The second cheat code will forever save you time. For the script of my video, we have 2 types of scripts. The first is the character's script. For example, in the second scene, the character Mia has a line here. Mia needs to speak this line in the video. Similarly, the second character, Jack, also has a line to deliver in the second scene. This is the first type of script you can use, but it takes a lot of time. You can use AI voices to represent these characters. The second type is the narrative script. With this one, you don't define characters. Instead, the narrator's voice tells the story. As you can see, this kind of script only has the narrator speaking throughout the video, while the writer generates the story in the background. You can also choose this type of script if you don't want to use character dialogues, keeping things less complicated. Alright, after getting your story ideas, the most important thing is to generate the prompt for the images. Don't forget to add camera movements to make the video dynamic. This step is now complete. If you struggle with generating high-quality images, you need to keep watching this video. To generate our images using text-to-image, we'll use Leonardo AI to create vibrant AI visuals with just a click. I'm using Leonardo AI to generate all my images. Go to the image section, then select your model. I'm choosing Phoenix 1.0. Turn off the prompt enhancer, choose the cinematic style, and paste your prompt to generate the image. I'll quickly go to my story, copy my prompt, paste it into Leonardo AI, and hit the generate button. Alright, our image is ready for the video. The final images, along with the prompt I used, produced excellent results based on the scene I wanted. Here's the first prompt with the generated image. And here's the second prompt with a focus on the main character blurring the background. I've generated about 4 scenes images using my storyboard. After watching this video, you'll be able to create perfect videos using this method. Let's move to the next step, turning these images into a vibrant video using Halio AI Minimax. Using Minimax AI is simple. Upload your image, drag and drop it, and paste in the prompt you used to generate the image. The most important thing is the camera angle. For example, the camera angle here is a low-angle shot of Jack's expression, which makes the scene cinematic instead of static. Select the model for 2D or image to video, then hit the generate button. So, here's the generated video. As I mentioned, you can regenerate it to perfect it. This video looks great, and I love the camera movement. For this video, I focused on a low-angle shot of Jack's intense expression in the background. As you can see, Jack's expression and the camera movement make the video feel cinematic. Lod, follow this approach for all your videos, ensuring specific cinematic camera movements for each scene. Let's talk about voiceovers. I'm using 11 Labs to generate AI voices that sound emotional and engaging. Here's how. Go to the voice library and select the type of voice you want. I usually choose a deep, middle-range voice with a touch of emotion. It really brings the narration to life. Copy the script for the narrator, paste it into the text-to-speech tool, and make any necessary adjustments. Then, hit the Generate button. For this video, I chose the narrator's voice to guide the audience through the story, rather than using characters' lines. This keeps things simple and straightforward while maintaining a professional video. Alright, it's time for the magic. Editing. You can use any AI editing software you like, but for this video, I'm using CapCut because it's free and incredibly user-friendly. Perfect for beginners. Start by clicking Create Project and importing all your AI-generated clips into CapCut. The first thing you'll do is add the voiceover to the timeline. Don't forget to set your aspect ratio to 16:9 for that cinematic look. Now here's where it gets exciting. Zoom in, zoom out, and arrange all the clips to perfectly match the voiceover. Follow the same method for the other clips and watch your masterpiece come to life. But wait, don't stop there. Add transitions between scenes to keep your audience hooked. Then, head to the filters section and find the perfect filter to enhance your video quality. Pro tip: add copyright-free background music from YouTube's audio library to set the mood. And don't forget to include captions for accessibility. The best part? You don't need to be a pro editor. This process is simple, easy, and fast, even if you're just starting out. Once you've finished editing, click Export, and boom! Your video is ready to share with the world.
The world was a shadow of its former self, broken, desolate, and silent. Jack crouched behind a rusted sedan, his hazel eyes fixed on the approaching figures, his grip tightened around the crowbar in his hand, the faint scar above his brow, a reminder of countless close calls. The street stretched before him, filled with abandoned vehicles and debris. From the shadows of an alley, Mia motioned urgently. "Jack," she whispered, her piercing green eyes scanning the path. She was petite, but strong, her dark hair tied back, and her black jacket scuffed from the journey. Closing in, Jack and Mia stood back to back in the middle of the ruins, their weapons ready. Jack's rugged features hardened but determined as he raised his crowbar. Mia held small blade tightly, her locket glinting faintly in the dim light. Their breaths synchronized, their survival instincts. Later, they found brief shelter in an abandoned convenience. Dust hung heavy and broken shell lined. Mia sat on. Jack ventured alone to cracked over soft glow of the ride, the barren hues of orange and gold. His silhouette, rugged and solitary, cut through the stillness. Each step echoed his resilience, but the weight of his memories hung heavy. He paused, gripping the crowbar as a vivid image flashed in his mind. A younger Jack, sitting in a warm, cozy kitchen. His brown hair was neatly combed, and he laughed. Meanwhile, Mia scavenged in a ransacked grocery store. Dust coated every surface, and broken shelves loomed like forgotten relics. Her green eyes scanned the clutter as she picked up a dented tin can. The faint light from a cracked window highlighted her determined expression. Hope flickered for the first time today. The faint sound of helicopter rotors broke. Jack stood by a crack, his hazel eyes searching the cloudy sky. "Do you hear that?" Mia asked, clutching her locket. Her green eyes lit up, reflecting a fragile. Jack nodded, but said no. They both knew better than to trust hope. It had failed them before. Danger returned in an instant. In a narrow alley, Jack gripped his crowbar, his breath steady, but his heart racing. Shadows moved, and every sound felt amplified. By sunset, the world felt quieter, though no less dangerous. Mia sat on the rooftop of a crumbling building, gazing at the city's ruins, bathed in the vibrant hues of orange and purple. Her locket dangled in her hand as she stared at it.
Creating an AI movie has never been this easy. With the right tools and techniques, you can produce cinematic, engaging videos that stand out. Want more tips? Check out my video on the 7 cinematic camera movement shots,